let's have some fun with this now, bro. Who gets second place in this group? Who gets second place? We have a feisty Austrian side coached by Ralf Rangnick. You have a Polish team who I'm not even going to try to be optimistic about. They're getting fourth. And you have the Netherlands, a Dutch side led by Ronald Koeman. Who do you have getting second?
I might go with a little surprise here and say Austria gets second place, man.
What's the argument?
Here's the argument. They're in very good form right now, similar to Hungary, in my opinion, and also very similar to Hungary. What makes Austria so great is that they are a collective unit. It isn't one singular player that's a standout for Austria. It really is how the midfield and offensive line work with each other. This Austrian team is a club football team disguised as an international team, bro. Seriously. Dude, they run like a Bundesliga team. Yeah. And they have a German coach in Ralf Rangnick, and he employs like a classic Bundesliga press, and they work it to perfection. In their last friendly against Turkey, 8 out of the 11 starters all played in the Bundesliga. Bro. So they really do emulate that kind of club German style of football. And the thing is, though, is that it works. This is not a team of stars. This is a team of players who know their exact role. And when you look at the quality, well, it's Bundesliga quality, man, which is, top 3 league in the world. So we're not messing around here when we're talking about Austria. I'm really excited to see this team kind of pop off here. They showed good promise 3 years ago at the Euros. I think that was the beginning of this Austrian side kind of forming themselves to be a good threat in Europe. And dude, since then, since they got Ralf Rangnick, they've not stopped progressing their level of play. I'm very impressed by what I see and how they play and how they approach every single game. They have a really free-flowing offense because they get the ball early, high up with that press, and then from there, they just send it out to the wings, and all of the midfielders join in on the attack. So there's not really one standout guy that's getting all the goals. They're spreading the wealth, but it's because of the system that Ralf Rangnick employs with his Austrian side. It's brilliant to watch.
Ralf Rangnick joining this team a few years back, 20 matches coaching, 12 wins, 3 draws, 5 losses, a really solid record there. Ranked number 25 in FIFA's rankings and finished second in qualifying for the Euros behind Belgium. You got guys like Gregoritsch, Arnautovic, Konrad Laimer, Marcel Sabitzer, Seewald, Baumgartner, Kevin Danso. Really good guys here. I actually think in comparison to Hungary, they have better individual quality, but they play just as well as a team. And I could honestly almost copy and paste my Hungary analysis and put it for Austria, bro, because I feel such a similar energy behind both these teams. I swear, both these teams would have done damage at the World Cup if it was just a year later. It was in 2023. Both of them, bro. Both. And it's funny how we have 2 very parallel stories happening at the same time in Europe. 1 loss in their last 14 games. The only thing that worries me upon doing my research, the only thing that stood out to me as a potential red flag is seeing the Austrians comment on a couple of absences they have due to injury.
Oh, and this is massive, actually. If I could mention one, please. The biggest miss is Schlager. He is the biggest miss by far because he was the tempo setter. He set the rhythm for the midfield press for this Austrian side. He started everything. He's box to box. He's physical, but he also possesses really good handles on the ball. He did everything from a defensive and offensive midfield perspective. Fuck. And he's out for this Euros. He's completely out.
It's like an orchestra without their conductor,
It is, bro.
man.
They don't have their engine anymore.
I don't know what beat to follow, bro. I'm worried now.
The good news is as I alluded to before, this team is more than just one player. It really is the individuals coming together that makes Austria so powerful because Seewald and Konrad Laimer have been immense alongside Schlager. It hasn't just been Schlager, but it will suck knowing that your leader in midfield is gone. But I do trust Konrad Laimer and Seewald to take up that workload. I trust them. And then who comes in? Well, you could put Sabitzer in that box-to-box role. He's very smart. He obviously got himself to a Champions League final.
That's all he did. So.
Exactly. So I truly believe he can handle this pressure. It's just obviously Schlager was better at it. Yeah. So it is a downgrade, but I trust this Austrian midfield to pick up the pieces.
Yeah, I saw Schlager get described as the embodiment of Ralf Rangnick's ideas.
Damn, yeah. No, yeah.
That hurts me. That saddens me a little bit because I think I saw that the injury just happened as well.
I know,
so
bro.
It feels like this could have been avoided, or we're right on the precipice of a really special, fully healthy side here, and we won't have Schlager joining the team.
Sucks.
And with him as well, and joining his absence will be David Alaba, who just won't be fit enough to see this tournament out after being gone for most of the season this year as well for Real Madrid. That's unfortunate because there was a time where Alaba was clearly the highest quality player for Austria, playing at Bayern Munich and now Real Madrid, but he won't be here to lead that back line. I think that's also a bit of a loss.
Yeah, it's a big loss. He would have brought so much experience, just like Pepe did at the World Cup for Portugal. It's a massive miss for Austria. I'd say the only good twist you could put on it is that Alaba has been out for a while, so I think the coach and the players have kind of already known that he wouldn't be here. It would have been nice to have him, but I think they're more prepared for that loss over Schlager's.
It just makes me a little sad, bro, because Alaba, I remember, was part of when he was a youngster coming up, playing with Bayern Munich, he was like the promising talent for Austria. And when you looked at it, they really didn't have anybody else on that team besides Arnautovic in his prime, I believe. Yeah. And I remember that team was pretty whack, pretty weak. But, now he's in his prime age, he's in his best shape. And now he's got the best Austrian team surrounding him, and now he won't be able to join them. And so that's just unfortunate because I think he's deserving of a team like the one that he has right now. Hopefully he can be here for the 2026 World Cup and get back to health, and I hope that is what's going to end up happening. But for this tournament specifically, it just does feel like a big miss in terms of his narrative because I feel like he's always wanted to have a team like this built around him for his national squad, and now he just won't be able to join them.
Damn, that's depressing.
That's a little sad. This one makes me sad, man. This one makes me sad.
Dude, you're right. For the longest time, I only knew of two Austrians, Alaba and Arnautovic. Mm-hmm. Truly, wow. Yeah, but now we've got Florian Grilic, we have Christoph Baumgartner, players going off in the Bundesliga. So it's looking so much brighter for Austria. But yeah, hopefully Alaba can make the World Cup squad at least.
Question for the folks: will injuries hold Austria back, or will they be able to prevail? Let us know in the comment section down below. I'm stuck, man. I'm stuck. I don't know if I can put them second. I don't know if I can put them third. Let's get through our Netherlands-Dutch discussion, and then I can make my pick. But Austria is right there for sure. Yeah, right there.